what it really do. DC gang, welcome back to the channel, my boys, my gangsters. Here we are today with some KASHTIRA, Vanquish Soul, KASHTIRA, cash for your soul, soul for your cash. I don't know. Are you having a good day though? Shit. So with that being said, shout out to my boy Lousy Bum. That's his name. And then Skewer, because they've been giving me different combinations of Vanquish Soul decks to play, and this was one of them, right? So before we get into that, also big shout out to everybody that was came to the stream. I know some of you didn't get a notification, but I did stream about 2 days ago, and we had a really chill, cool time. So thank you for everybody that showed up, and thank you for everybody that was watching it. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we got 40 cards, cuss is right, nice and tight, the way we like it. So didn't want to go over the 40 card deck list because you don't want to go over 40 cards when you're playing Vanquish, so you want to keep it as tight as possible, so it could be the most consistent that it can be, right? So then unless you're playing it with Punk, which I'm working on that too. So then we're gonna have two Kurikaras, Divine Carnate. We're running about 9 fire monsters, 8 earth, and about 7 dark, so that way we, you know, because that's what Vanquish is all about. It's about your 3 tributes. So we're gonna run 2 of her. She's actually amazing for going second, which you're gonna see in one of the replays. If you can make your opponent activate a bunch of shenanigans, because most boards nowadays, you know, Manadium, Super Heavy Samurai, or whatever other shenanigans, they have multiple monsters on the field. So if you can bait out their negates and then just slap them with a Kurikara, you're having an amazing day, right? So then after that, we are running 3 of the Buggy Bug, Max C, of course, the Cockroach. And for Max C reasons, also it's an Earth, so it's one of the best Earth that we can run because it's Max C. So card is broken, we all know, blah blah blah. Ash Blossom to 3 because she's a, first of all, level 3 tuner. You're playing level 7 monsters, that's one. Negate, and also it's a fire monster for your tributes when you're using your Vanquish Soul card. So amazing on that. Then we're running 1 KASHTIRA Rice Heart, which is also really good because you search it out with your Fenrir most of the time. You can normal summon this thing. It's a fire monster. You can start your combo with it if you have your Theosis in the hand as well. So a bunch of shenanigans you could do off of this 1 card. Then we run 3 Vanquish Soul Raisins because this is your main Vanquish Soul card. This is your starter, your searcher, all of that extra shenanigans. Then we're running 1 Panthera. I love Panthera. Panthera, if you go in second and they have like any 1 or 2 back rows, you're gonna have to choose, but you could just get rid of that almost for free because she just special summons herself, right? So then we have 3 Vanquish Soul Mad Love. She's in love with you, bro. It's just, you're really that guy. I know you know this, but you're really that guy. So we run 3 of her because she's our other normal summon, because we basically legitimately only normal summon Raisin and Mad Love. Everything else is like a special summon, unless, you know, you count the normal summon with the KASHTIRA, but you know what I mean. So then we're running 2 Vanquish Soul J Long. You don't need more than 2, 3 is fine, because, you know, she's still an earth monster, so the more, I mean fire monster, so the more fire monsters you draw, the better, right, with your Raisin. But she's fine at 2. I've never felt like I needed more than 2 nowadays. It depends on the deck also, but 2 is definitely fine. She's also another searcher. She searches out your trap spells or monsters, which is really nice. Then we're running 2-dimensional shifters because this thing is some crackiness in this meta right now. Sometimes it can hinder you. It depends on what type of hand you have, on whether you wanna, for example, because most of the time if you open up Unicorn, you're gonna start your combo with KASHTIRA. You're gonna special summon your Unicorn, search out your Theosis, and then you normal summon Rice and do your Vanquish Soul combo, and then you continue your KASHTIRA combo off of the Theosis after that, if you don't get stopped at some point in time, of course, you know. So that's why we're running 2 of them things. Really strong. It's a dark monster, so got it in there. We're running 1 KASHTIRA Fenrir. This card is just nuts. Both of them, Unicorn and this thing, are just nuts because if you try and stop them, first of all, if you special summon this and they ash it on going second, then you get to banish a monster on the field, which is just nasty. Honestly speaking, I like that at 2, but I understand. I agree with it being at 1 because the card is busted. Then we have the Unicorn, which of course is also can be annoying. You gotta understand, most extra decks nowadays run like, let's say 2 specific, like let's say we run 2 Vanquish Souls only. This thing on your first turn, if they ash it, you just get rid of one of my Vanquish Soul monsters, and then on their turn when they activate something, get rid of the other copy. It's like super heavy samurai suffers from this because you could do it to the crow. So unicorn is nuts. Which more this is your Theosis or KASHTIRA verse searcher. You guys know this. Scarecrow KASHTIRA, because it's an earth level 7, you special summon it. You could also do your KASHTIRA plays off of any level 7 and your burger, which is what we're getting to right now. We are running 2 burgers. I call it burger, it's burger, but it is what it is. We run 2 of those because again it's a level 7, draw a card, burn your opponent for 1500. It's disgusting. So then we run 2 Vanquish Soul Caesars. I like Caesar at 2 because sometimes they might banish one, they might get rid of one, you have to search the other, maybe you can't bring it back. With Dwayne Johnson over here, so it depends. So yeah, we run it at 2. Then we're running 1 reinforcement of the army just to search out at level 4s. Then we run Pot of Prosperity, which is really nice because you get to choose what to get rid of. Most of the time you're going to try and draw 3 off of it, and they might not even ask it because they think 3 isn't enough. And then you grab one of your starters and now they're upset. So then you get 1 KASHTIRA Theosis, of course, 3 Stake Your Souls, because again, you're mainly going to play Vanquish Soul. A lot of the time, you're going to use the KASHTIRA engine as bait. If they don't stop it, then you're just going to have a great time because you're going to make both engines up on the board. So, you know. Now we have 1 Infernal Arms, again, just to search out our Raisin or our Rice Heart. Then we have 1 Pressure Planet Race Up to search out any one of our KASHTIRAs, giving us the attack boost because we do have a bunch of different elements. Works really well with this deck. Then we have KASHTIRA Birth, again to normal summon one of our KASHTIRAs or special summon it. Then we have 1 Vanquish Soul Dust Devil, and then we have the Vanquish Soul Snow Devil. For our extra deck, we're running 1 Burrow on the floor because we're playing 3 level 3 tuners and we're playing a bunch of level 7, so that's how we get into that. 1 Zodiac Dryden, 1 Bow, 1 Shaka 9, just so you can get yourself into some AA double suit shenanigans. Pop a card on the field if you need to with a Dryden. Then we have our number 11 Big Eye, because a lot of the time, you know, they might have a monster on the field. You just switch it to your side, you can slap them with it. It's really nice. You could take over it, link it off, whatever you want to do to get rid of something, right? Then we are running 1 KASHTIRA Shangri because we are playing a KASHTIRA package. Then we're playing the KASHTIRA Rice Heart as well. We only run 1 of each because, like I said, most of the time you are going to be playing Vanquish Soul. It's just you're using the KASHTIRA engine to facilitate, which a lot of the time you might be playing either or. Then we're running 1 Divine Arsenal AA Double Zeus, 3 Rock of the Vanquish Soul, aka Dwayne Johnson. Then we have 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Dark Charmer Gloomy, 1 Unicorn, and 1 Goddess. I don't have enough space to add the access code talker in here, and I'd rather have the Dryden because sometimes they're not able to stop this, and you could just pop a card on the field, which is really nice. So yeah, if you want to get rid of Dryden and just make yourself add the access code talker, you could also do that. So with that being said, that is the deck list. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you do, remember to please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the boy, because I would greatly appreciate it. Enough with the yapping. I got some saucy replays for you guys, so let's get into those. Alright, familia, here we are for replay number 1 of the day. And this wasn't much of a duel, but this replay showcases the best board that you can make with both engines, but you don't get stopped, right? So here we're gonna start off with our Planet Race Up, searching our magical creature, the Unicorn. Special summon that thing, activate its effect, search out your Theosis. Switch gears, go into the race and activate the race and search out a J Long. Show your opponent the J Long so you can special summon it. Link off the Ryzen into the Rock Dwayne the Johnson, your Vanquisher. Now you're gonna activate the Vanquisher's effect, basically recycling your Raisin, and now you're sad because you don't have 2 fire monsters for your J Long. Surprise, surprise, activate your Theosis, target the Unicorn to special summon the Fenrir, activate the Fenrir, search out your other fire monster that you need, activate the J Long, show them the flames, search out your Snow Devil because now it's cold, special summon the Rice Heart, we're gonna twirl it up and Exceed summon into the Shan de la Gris, bring it out here. We're going to activate Rice Heart, banishing one of our Unicorn, banishing 3 cards from our opponent. That's going to trigger the Shangri. And here I lock down the middle zone. I'm going to tell you why as we Exceed summon into the Rice Heart. So the reason why I lock down this zone, this is the best zone that you can lock down nowadays. Why? Because it stops the Crow from Super Heavy Samurai. Super Heavy Samurai cannot, the Crow cannot special summon the card over here because it has to summon where it points to. And we already took over this link stone, so they have to link summon over here. So that's a plus. We're gonna set down our snow. So here we're going to activate in the standby phase the Shangri, special summon another unicorn. And basically the reason why this board is so devastating is, listen, we can banish a card from your extra deck, which is just horrible. Rice Heart, the graveyard is shut down. At any point in time, I can special summon Ryzen and pop any link monster that special summons itself over here. And at any point in time, I can just wipe out the whole board, which is just crazy. So here they're going to activate Small World, showing that they're playing Dragon Maid VANQUISH, so they're going to get the race into the hand. That's going to trigger my Rice Heart. And immediately after that, we're going to target the Shangri and they're going to scoop. Which I understand why, man. Listen, even if they're playing, if they go off and play, make a VANQUISH or play or anything like that, Racing, yeah, can get on the field, but they can't link it off into a VANQUISHer because it's going to get banished. And at any point in time, if they do that, and then they bring the VANQUISHer on the field, the Racing getting banished is going to trigger the Eraser, and I can banish the VANQUISHer. So, you know, and then we could have popped the VANQUISHer if we wanted to with the Racer. We could have just wiped out the whole board with the snow. So, GG's, man. Now let's get into some actual duels. Here we are for replay numero dos. Number 2 of the day. We're going second against Super Heavy Samurai. So here they're going to normal summon the wagon, flip it once, flip it twice like a pancake so they can search out a piercer, a soul piercer. They're going to activate the soul piercer's effect to attach it to the wagon. I'm going to throw out the bug out there, the Max C. They don't have an Ash Blossom for that thing. It's not spring on this side of the field. So now they're going to activate the Soul Peacemaker, attaching it to the wagon. So that way when they activate this effect, they get double benefits because they can special summon a monster and then they get to activate the Soul Piercer. But I'm going to Ash Blossom that thing, so now they're -1, right? I don't want them special summoning anything because at this point in time, they probably would have special summoned the Scales, and the Scales would have brought back the Soul Piercer. They could have done a bunch of combos that way. So now they're -1, and now they get to search out with the Soul Piercer only, which they're going to search out a motorbike. They're going to activate the motorbike's effects and into the graveyard so they can search out a Wakaushi. And they're gonna end their turn, right? So here, unfortunately, we didn't draw into a fire monster for our Stake Your Soul, so we have to special summon the unicorn, activate the unicorn's effect, getting ourselves the Theosis. We're going to activate the Stake Your Soul, which, if you're wondering, dude, why wouldn't you wait until you get yourself the a Rice Heart in the hand so you have a fire monster special summon the Racer? Theosis locks us into Xyz monsters only, so it wouldn't even matter that much. I mean, we could have just... Yeah, I just wouldn't be able to link up to the VANQUISHer. Maybe I could have done that, but either way, we're going to show them the Max C. Special summon the Caesars. Now that I think about it, that's probably what I should have done, but we're going to show them the Max C. And again, I was trying to bait out a negate, because, you know, the deck plays a bunch of hand traps. So I was hoping that it would be like a Veiler or something, but it's one of the worst ones. Snow Rabbit, because now they get to pop my Caesar, right? So now we're forced into just playing straight up KASHTIRA. That thing gets popped, get it out of here. We're going to activate the Unicorn, banishing the Zeus because it's the only threat that we have against us right now. We're going to activate Theosis, special summon the Fenrir, activate the Fenrir, search out the Rice Heart. Now this is what I mean. I probably should have waited for this, activated the Stake Your Soul. Well, they would have popped something. Either way, so it's actually alright that we baited the Ogre. So we're going to special summon the Rice Heart. Here we're going to slap them because I wanted to get the most damage out before making our Shangri play, right? We leave them with 4,000. We're going to go into the Shangri, trail it up real quick. Then we're going to activate the Rice Heart's effect, banishing a Unicorn, banishing 3 from our opponents. We're going to trigger the Shangri. And we're going to lock this zone as we Xyz summon into the Rice Heart. And the reason why I locked down this zone specifically, again, this stops the Crow. The Crow has to special summon into this zone right here, which is why I put the Rice Heart in the link so instead of any other zone, right? So they have to special summon the Crow right here. We're going to end our turn, pass it up to our opponent. So we know that they have follow-up, they have starters. We're going to activate the Shangri, special summon a Unicorn. They're going to activate the Wakashi, activating Wakashi from the Pendulum Zone to special summon it, setting down the Benki, activate the Benki to search out another Soul Piercer. Then they're going to normal summon another Wagon. I'm going to activate the Unicorn and banish the Bagushka because a lot of the time when they can't do much, that's what they do, they make a Bagushka. So We didn't want to deal with that. Banish that thing. Activate the Eraser. Activate the Shangri, locking down the other zone. And we're gonna attach the Bagushka onto ourselves. They're gonna activate the wagon, searching out a booster. So here they're gonna activate the booster, attach it to the Wakashi, activating the booster to special summon it with 2 level 4 monsters. They're gonna go into the Merrymaker, which is exactly what I thought they would do. Luckily for us, we got rid of the Zeus because they're gonna go into the Sargas, activating the Sargas effect, getting yourself a Therion King, the Regulus. Activate that thing's effect, attach the Soul Piercer, special summon the Regulus. So here they go into the battle phase, destroying my Unicorn, which is gonna basically trigger the Rise Heart, so we can attach one of their monsters to ourselves. Now we have 3 materials. We're gonna activate and get rid of the only negate that they have on the field, right? Now the only thing that this was kind of a goof on my part, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. We're gonna activate this effect, and that triggered the Sargas, which I wasn't paying attention to because nobody rarely ever uses this unless it's on Spring Ends, right? So it says if a material is detached from a monster, which we just did with the Arise Heart, on the field, instead of doing the damage step, you could target 1 card on the field, either destroy it or return it to the hand. So I wasn't paying attention to that, so now they get to get rid of my Arise Heart. I am going to activate the Shangri and lock down the 3rd zone on the field. Lock it, pop the Arise Heart, and we don't get to attach anything to it. They're going to link off the Wakashi into the Scarecrow. And this is what I was telling you. Right here, with this thing, they could have got rid of a card in the hand, special summon a monster right here, which probably would have been the Scales if they haven't done it yet, which I don't think they have. And they could have popped off that way too, right? So, like I said, it's a good thing we did that. They're going to activate the Wakashi and the Benki to Pendulum Summon a Soul Piercer onto the field, and now they can't do anything. So here we're going to join to an Ash Blast. I'm going to activate the Shangri, special summon a Scarecrow KASHTIRA. Here we're going to activate the Birth to birth one of the unicorns that's banished onto the field. Normal summon the Ash Blossom, level 3 Tuner, level 7, Baron Delafleur. Bring it out here. So we're going to activate Baron Delafleur's effect so we could get rid of the champion. He doesn't really do anything, but it's the highest attack monster on the field right now. Pop it, get it out of here. We're going to flip the Shangri, and we're going to go for the battle phase. Again, I attacked the Soul Piercer because I just have to do damage to go into the Zeus. Then we're going to attack the Crow with the Scarecrow KASHTIRA, because if we attack it with the Baron Delafleur, then we can't do damage to it. It won't even matter. So then we get rid of the Soul Piercer with the Baron Delafleur. They're going to search out the Scales. We're going to go main phase 2 and Exceed Summon into the Divine Arsenal AA Double Zeus. Now you're probably wondering, bro, you had 3 songs locked down and you really want to make a Zeus? Yeah, bro, because we ran out of KASHTIRA resources. Our Riser is banished, one of our Unicorn is banished, my 1 copy of Fenrir is inside of the Zeus, and the other copy of Unicorn is in there, while the other copy of Unicorn is in the graveyard. So we don't have any more Shangri plays. I just rather have the Zeus now because we have the negate with Baron Delafleur anyways, and we have a Maxi. So here they're going to draw a card. They're going to Pendulum Summon once again. They're going to special summon a Wakashi, activating the Scales to bring a Soul Piercer. Negate and body the Scales. Wait the L's that you're going to take. That's the only thing you can wait right now. Get that thing out of here. They're going to activate the Benki, searching out a Soul Piercer. Here I'm going to activate the Birth, and I'm going to banish specifically 3 monsters, right? And I'm going to tell you why. We're going to banish the Motorbike because that is a level 10. That's how they're going to level 10, because they do have a level 4. They could normal summon the Piercer, go into the Axel Synchron, bring this thing out, make it Baron Delafleur. So we got to get rid of that. Then on top of that, they have the Soul Peacemaker, which if they get it back onto the field, they can make a Crow, activate this thing, pop the Crow, start comboing off that way. And then I just don't want them recycling a Crow, right? So get them out of here, because those cards are important. They're going to normal summon the Soul Piercer. And again, see what I mean? Access Synchro Stratos Dragon, which we just stopped at. They're going to activate the Soul Piercer. I'm going to throw the Maxi out there, which we honestly didn't need. And you're going to see. We didn't need the Maxi, just I threw it out there. I was hoping he was cool, but they're going to search out a Stealthy, special summon that thing, link it off into a Scarecrow. They're gonna activate the Keiko's effect, sending the bank into the graveyard, special summoning the Soul Piercer. Now they're gonna activate their second copy of the Soul Peacemaker, attaching it to that thing. And this is where I decided to Zeus, because from here on out, if they pop this thing, they can special summon a bike. With the level 8 and the mic, they make a level 10 on the floor. They can pop the Soul Piercer and search out another monster. So to me, this was the best place to activate the Zeus, because we already negated with the Baron the floor. And I don't really care that much about this, right? Get it all out of here. They activate the Piercer, searching out another motorbike. They're going to activate the motorbike's effect. And they're going to get themselves a wagon onto the hand, which doesn't really matter. This is when I knew that we had the game in the back. And this is where the maxi didn't matter, right? Because we draw into an Ash, we put the Zeus in attack position, and just slap him for game. It's GG. That was a freaking duel. I really enjoyed that one. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Alright fam, here we are for replay numero 3 of the day, if I'm not mistaken, and we're going second against the math people, yeah. So they're gonna special summon the Sigma, normal summon the Diameter. With both of these monsters, they're gonna go into the Alaberdian, activate the Alaberdian's effect, which now is an Omni Negate. They're gonna get the Singular onto the hand, special summon the Singular by sending a subtraction to the graveyard, activating Alaberdian to special summon the Diameter back onto the field. That's gonna trigger the Singular to search out a Super Factorial. Now with both of these monsters, they're gonna link them off and start flashing. Bring the Flash Mage out here, activate that thing's effect, bring the subtraction back onto the field, link it off into the link decoder. They're trying to crack the code, bro. Da Vinci. Now link both of these monsters off, go into the Transcode Talker. That's gonna trigger the effect of the link decoder to special summon itself back onto the field, activating the Transcode Talker to talk to you nice and special summon the Splash Mage. With all of these monsters, they are gonna go into the Dark Fluid. Bring it out here. They're going to activate the Dark Fluid's effect, sending the Disable to the graveyard, setting down this mysterious back row, which I wonder what it is. We're gonna join to an Ash Blossom. We're gonna special summon the Fenrir, activate the Fenrir's effect. That's gonna make them activate the Effect Veiler to negate this thing. Stop that right now. So I'm gonna activate the Fenrir for laughs and giggles. Who cares, right? Just basically, I was trying to see if they would activate anything else. So we're gonna normal summon the Raisin, activate the Raisin's effect. That's gonna make them trigger the Super Factorial, bringing the Diameter, Singular, and the subtraction onto the field. But before they do that, I'm going to activate the Burger. Burger is gonna bring back the Raisin. Again, they're gonna special summon all 3 monsters onto the field, and they're gonna go into a Laplacian, which is a hand rip, get rid of everybody on the field, and an Omni Negate. Craziness. So here we're gonna join to the J Long, we'll search it out. They're gonna activate the Laplacian immediately, and I'm gonna activate the Burger, which is one of the reasons why I did that, so I can inflict the 1500 into the face. So of course they're gonna trigger to negate that with the Laplacian, which I don't think that was that important, but we're gonna activate the Caesar. Link 4, Link 5, they're gonna activate the Dark Fluid. Link 6, we're gonna Ash Blossom that thing. Get it out of here. So Dark Fluid gets negated by the Ash. Get it out of here. Caesar gonna bring back the Burger so we can special summon it. Stop that. Laplacian is gonna basically negate the Burger, as we said. Burger not gonna do anything because it's negated, and now Laplacian gets to basically hit the Raisin, which I'm fine with. We already used it. And then they get rid of the Caesar. So now I'm going to activate the J Long, special summon it, and I'm gonna wipe out the board with the Kurikara. That leaves us with well more than lethal damage. So we get to slap him in the face and win the game. Kurikara is just, for going second decks, it's a must. This is technically not a going second deck, but when you're going second and you have that thing and you can bait out some activations on the field, she's nasty. So with that being said, let's go to the next replay. Right, again, here we are for replay numero 4, number 4 of the day. And we're going up against Manadium. Yeah, the Manadium people. They're going to activate the reinforcement of the army, getting themselves the Rimheart, activating that thing's effect, getting themselves the Meek, which I know now they're going to special summon, so I'm going to throw out the Max C. They don't have an Ash, they sit down to back row and end their turn, right? Alright. So here we're gonna join to J Long. This hand is just perfect. We're gonna activate the Fenrir. They're gonna trigger the Infinite of the Impermanence to negate my Fenrir. Very nice negate with the Infinite Impermanence, because any other negate would have got the Rimheart banished. So get the Fenrir out of here. We're gonna normal summon the Ryzen, which I should have just normal summoned in front of this thing. But either way, they're gonna hit us with their own maximum of C's. I can't really do anything about that because I don't have an Ash. But what I'm going to do is activate the Caesar, bring back the Raisin, and special summon it so they don't get to draw a card for me right now. Raisin's gonna activate to search us, the burger. I'm gonna go into the battle phase, slap the Rimheart, and then slap him with the Caesar. And I decided to end the phase right there because I have Dark, Fire. Oh, I don't have an Earth. Well, either way, I didn't want to give them more cards with Max C because Mananium gets to pop off when they have a lot of cards in the hand. So here they're going to activate the Rich Phobia. I'm going to activate the Burger to bring the Caesar back to the hand. Give me that, it's mine. Special summon the Burger. Rich Phobia is going to get them the Visa Starfrost. I'm going to activate the Burger's effect to inflict 1500 into the face. Activating J Long. Special summon it. Activate J Long's effect because we have 2 fires. That way we could get ourselves the Panthera. Because now if I get to bring the Caesar onto the field, I have Fire, Earth, and then I'll probably have Dark because this is what I'll bring back. So here they're going to basically bring out the Rich Heart, which is a normal summon. So I knew immediately right here that if I pop this thing, they can't do anything. Because if I let him link off into the Light Heart, then it's gonna start problems because they have the Beats of Starfruits in the hand. So even if they bring that thing and manage to get it out of here, now they're gonna have the Astral out as an option, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna activate the Caesar, bring it back to the hand. And like I said, we have all 3 tributes: Earth, Fire, and Dark. We're gonna pop that thing, get it out of here, because you can't do anything after that. There's no more special summoning for them. That's a normal summon. It's the best normal summon to start anything at this point in time. So I had to pop it, get it out of here, which won us the game. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Replay numero 5, number 5 of the day. We are going first, and this was against a Live Twin Labyrinth deck. We didn't get to see the Labyrinth part of it, if I'm not mistaken, but I checked. It is a Labyrinth deck. So here this is one of the best combos or hands that we can have, because Take Your Soul, a fire monster, and Unicorn is full combo. Unicorn and almost any fire monster is full combo. We're gonna special summon the Unicorn, getting ourselves the Theosis to the hand, activating the Take Your Soul, showing them the Ash Blossom. They're gonna hit us with the Max C. Now you're probably wondering, why are you not Ash Blossoming that thing? I wasn't gonna go full combo anymore because we're under Max C, right? And I just didn't want to play KASHTIRA alone. I actually wanted to play VANQUISH too, so I decided to go with this route. So I let it rock. We're going to special summon the Raisin, activate the Raisin's effect. We're going to activate the Unicorn to banish a card from the extra deck, of course. We're going to banish one of their Leelas, get that thing out of here. We're going to get the J Long onto the hand, activate the Raisin, showing them the J Long so we can special summon the J Long. Link off the Raisin into the Vanquisher, aka the Rock. We're going to activate the Vanquisher effect, getting the Raisin onto the hand. That's going to trigger the J Long to showing them 2 fire, so we could search out our Snow Devil, right? We're going to set down our Snow Devil, activate Theosis, special summon the Fenrir. We're going to activate Fenrir's effect, and we're going to get the right side to the hand. Now, I decided to leave it like that. Again, I know I gave them a few cards, but I wasn't too worried because now I know what they're playing, right? Because of the Unicorn. And I know that if I banish the other Leela, they can't really do much to go into their boss monster. If they activate any monster on the field, I can banish it, which is devastating for Live Twins. And then again, we could wipe out the whole board because we have Earth, Fire, and then I can search Dark with J Long right now. So I wasn't too worried about Max C. We're going to activate J Long, again showing them the flames. So we could get our Dark monster. They're going to hit us with another Max C. And here I knew that at some point in time I was going to special summon. So I'm going to Ash Blossom it because I don't need the flames anymore. They're going to activate the Live Twins at home, which is where I'm going to send them after they take this L. We're going to activate the Snow Devil by mistake. I double clicked on the mouse by mistake, bro. So this was not planned. This wasn't something I did on purpose. I was actually upset about this. But either way, we're going to have to throw the Max C out there because of that. So it is what it is. Again, we're just gonna inflict a bunch of damage. I'm not gonna special summon anything. We're gonna join to an Ash, even though it doesn't matter. J-Long, we're gonna search out the burger over here. So they're gonna activate the Leela. I'm gonna activate the Unicorn, which is what I was telling you earlier. Now I know what they're playing. I get rid of their other copy of the Leela, which they only play 2. So now the other Leela, whatever her name is, because I forget. I played this deck, but I forget their names. It can't really bring anything from the graveyard unless it's one of these. Which, what are they gonna do? So they bring them out. Then they're gonna set down 3 back row. Use both of these monsters right here to go into the Kiss a Kill. This is what I was talking about. Now they can't make a Leela, and now they can't pop a card on the field. They might be able to draw a card off of this, but I'm going to activate the Rock of the Vanquisher. They're going to activate the Leela to special summon a monster onto the field, right? Bring back the Leela. Here I'm going to special summon the Raisin right in front of the Kiss a Kill. Then I'm going to activate the Fenrir. To banish the Kiss a Kill, then I'm going to activate my Raisin, which is going to allow me to pop the Kiss a Kill too. So, get it out of here, and they're going to scoop, because they know. Even that back row, even if it's Labyrinth and they say, welcome, I have an Ash, like, the Maxi, honestly, my Maxi was better than theirs. So, with that being said, let's go into the next and final replay of the day. Alright, gang, here we are for the last replay of the day. Replay number 6, number 6. We're going first against a Gold Pride Punk deck. I freaking love this deck. But either way, we're going to special summon the Unicorn, activate its effect, adding the Theosis to the hand. Of course, they have the Duel and Lockbird. So we're going to activate the Unicorn, banishing the AA Zeus off of their extra deck. Activate, well, normal summon the Raisin, activate its effect. Show them the J-Long so we could special summon it. Then we're going to link up the Raisin into the Rock of the Vanquisher, aka Dwayne Johnson. Activate Dwayne Johnson's effect, bring the Raisin back to the hand. Activate Theosis, target the Unicorn to special summon Fenrir, and we're going to end our turn. Now, even after Duel and Lockbird, we don't, like, this isn't the greatest, but we have decent interruption. We don't have any negates, unfortunately, but even from here, I can deduce what I would want to do. Basically, I can normal summon the Raisin at any point in time, activate its effect, search out another fire, bring Raisin back to the hand with the Caesar, and then we can search out anything, even spell search traps with the J-Long that way. So that's what I'm assuming my plan was, because I don't really remember much about the replay. So here they're gonna normal summon the CMA, activate its effect, searching out the Foxy Tune. Okay, I'm gonna activate the Unicorn immediately, banishing the Rising card, which is gonna, this thing, I just basically killed all of their punk plays. They're gonna activate the Nitro Head, the Gold Pride Nitro Head, special summon it, and I have to banish that thing with the Fenrir. Why? Because level 8 and level 3 is an amazing dragon or a Psychic Hand Punisher. So we have to get this thing out of here ASAP. Now they're going to activate the Foxy Tune, send it to the graveyard so they can special summon a Deer. No, I'm going to activate the Rock of the Vanquisher to special summon the Raisin in front of the Deer. No, activate its effect, searching out another J-Long, and then I'm going to activate the Caesar immediately, which they don't know. I wanted to pop that thing so they don't make any level 8s, but they just scoop, which... it is what it is, but it's a good thing we can still make plays on the draw. This deck is actually a little nasty. So with that being said, let's go back to the deck. Familia, here we are back in the decklist portion of the video. Again, this deck is actually pretty, it's good. It might be better than pure Vanquish, so honestly speaking, because these cards, KASHTIRA cards, they just suck up a bunch of negates. Like if they have an Imperm, they're gonna use it on your Unicorn. If they have an Ash and you start off with this, if they let this rock, you know, you're going to search out the Unicorn, they're going to Ash the Unicorn. If not, they're going to Ash the Theosis. But then again, if you have your Raisin on the hand, and they use Ash on that, then you basically get to make a full KASHTIRA board. So, the deck is, it just can bait out a lot. And because of that reason, it's really good. You're playing hand traps that are really good, like, you know, Kurikara, Maxi, and Ash, which are all beneficial to you. The deck is really good. I climbed to Master 3, I believe it was, by like people were just scooping. If they didn't have any negates for that first board I was making, they were just scooping. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, remember to please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the boy, because I would really appreciate it. In the comment, questions and concerns in the comment section below. I try to always reply. If I don't, just send another message, bro. So continue having a great day, and and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.